What secret could a single hidden ring be concealing? And why did it happen at one of Korea's biggest star-studded events? Byun Woo-seok hides his ring at K-World Dream. Is Kim Hye-yoon the mystery behind it? The question has set fans and media abuzz, and the speculation is reaching a fever pitch. Join Red Carpet Revealed as we dig deeper and uncover the truth behind this intriguing moment right now. What does it mean when one of Korea's brightest stars hides a ring at one of the industry's most prestigious events? Is the question reverberating across the internet and entertainment circles after Byun Woo-seok, fresh off the immense success of his breakout role in Lovely Runner, appeared on stage at the K-World Dream Awards and seemed to deliberately conceal a ring from the eyes of the public. The moment was fleeting. A small gesture made in seconds. But in the world of celebrity culture, where every glance, every smile, and every accessory is scrutinized by millions, it became the spark for an inferno of speculation. The K-World Dream Awards had been expected to be a glamorous celebration. A night of music, drama, and recognition for some of Korea's most iconic stars. The red carpet glittered with sequins, tuxedos, and flashes of cameras as the entertainment press covered every angle. Byun Woo-seok, tall and striking, did attention the moment he arrived. Dressed in a perfectly tailored suit, he smiled for photographers and waved graciously to fans who screamed his name. To the untrained eye, it was a flawless appearance. But those with sharper instincts caught something unusual. Just before stepping onto the stage to present an award, Woo-seok reached subtly into his jacket pocket, removed what appeared to be a small ring from his finger, and tucked it carefully away. The cameras from official broadcasters didn't focus on the movement, but fansite photographers with lightning-fast reflexes captured it in crisp detail. Within minutes, the photos and short clips were uploaded to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Why did Woo-seok hide his ring? One caption asked. Another bluntly posted, "Is this about Kim Hye-yoon?" in a heartbeat. The story took on a life of its own. Hashtags like Byun Woo-seok ring and Hye-yoon mystery trended worldwide, propelling the narrative far beyond the stage of K-World Dream. Theories began to swirl, with fans dissecting every possible explanation. Some insisted the ring was simply a styling choice, a prop removed before stepping into the spotlight. Others argued that the deliberate nature of his action hinted at something more significant. Perhaps even a personal secret he was not ready to reveal. The loudest voices pointed to Kim Hye-yoon, Woo-seok's co-star on Lovely Runner, whose on-screen chemistry with him had been so captivating that fans across Asia became convinced they were more than just colleagues. The dramas behind-the-scenes clips, filled with playful laughter and lingering glances, only fueled the belief. To many, the hidden ring was the missing puzzle piece, a silent confirmation of what they had long suspected, that Byun Woo-seok and Kim Hye-yoon's relationship had crossed from real to real. For context, Byun Woo-seok's journey to fame was a story in itself. Starting his career as a model, he gradually transitioned into acting, carving out supporting roles until finally capturing the public's attention with his leading performance in Lovely Runner. The drama not only catapulted him into stardom but also solidified his image as the quintessential romantic lead. His tall frame, gentle eyes, and ability to deliver emotional depth made him the perfect fantasy figure for fans. Yet behind that carefully crafted public image was a man who had managed to keep his private life remarkably private, until now. Kim Hye-yoon's trajectory, on the other hand, had been equally remarkable. Having risen to prominence through Sky Castle and Extraordinary You, she quickly became known as one of the most talented actresses of her generation. Her partnership with Woo-seok in Lovely Runner was hailed as a stroke of casting genius, with critics praising their palpable chemistry and audiences obsessing over their every interaction. The drama's runaway success fueled endless love-aligned rumors, but both actors and their agencies repeatedly denied any romantic involvement. They insisted that their relationship was strictly professional. Denials did little to quiet the speculation. The hidden ring incident threw fuel onto a fire that had never fully died down. Media outlets jumped on the story within hours, publishing articles with headlines like, Byun Woo-seok's hidden ring sparks dating rumors with Kim Hye-yoon, and a gesture worth 1,000 words. Commentators on television variety shows debated the meaning of the moment, some dismissing it as trivial while others suggested it could be the first crack in an otherwise impenetrable wall of secrecy. Fans, meanwhile, were divided into camps. The hopeful romantics declared victory, celebrating what they saw as confirmation of the couple they had shipped for months. Fan edits resurfaced, with montages of Woo-seok and Hye-yoon smiling at each other during press tours, now captioned with triumphant statements like, "We knew it all along." Skeptics countered that the frenzy was an overreaction, reminding others that stars often remove jewelry for stage appearances to avoid distracting from formal attire. Still, the skeptics' voices were drowned out by the sheer volume of excitement flooding the internet. Both agencies scrambled to respond. Byun Woo-seok's management issued a short statement: "The ring in question was a personal accessory and holds no special meaning. We ask fans not to speculate unnecessarily about our artist's private life." Kim Hye-yoon's agency followed suit, emphasizing, "We will not be commenting on baseless rumors regarding Kim Hye-yoon's personal matters." Yet the lack of a firm denial only fueled further intrigue. Netizens accused the agencies of being deliberately vague, suggesting that their refusal to outright deny the connection was tacit confirmation. What made the speculation so compelling was the cultural context. In South Korea, celebrity relationships are often hidden from the public, only when paparazzi catch them in unguarded moments. The secrecy stems not only from the star's desire for privacy but also from the industry's fear that dating could damage fan loyalty. When stars are linked romantically, especially at the peak of their careers, agencies often go to great lengths to cover it up. Against this backdrop, Woo-seok's seemingly minor action, slipping off a ring, became a potential act of monumental significance. Industry insiders, speaking off the record, added to the drama. One stylist who had worked with Woo-seok claimed that the actor had been wearing the same ring for months, fueling theories that it might be a couple ring. Production assistant from Lovely Runner recalled the unusually warm rapport between Woo-seok and Hye-yoon on set, hinting that their bond went beyond scripted lines. None of these claims could be verified, but they provided irresistible fodder for fans hungry for confirmation. The frenzy soon crossed borders. International outlets like Forbes Asia and South China Morning Post picked up the story, framing it as the latest example of how even the smallest gestures by K-drama stars could trigger global conversations. In the Philippines and Thailand, where Lovely Runner had been a smash hit, local media outlets ran segments dissecting the incident. Hashtags trended not only in Korean but in multiple languages, reflecting the worldwide fascination with the pair. As the first week after the K-World Dream Awards came to a close, one thing was undeniable: Byun Woo-seok's hidden ring had sparked a storm far greater than anyone could have imagined. What might have been a private, significant gesture had become a symbol, a cultural flashpoint, and perhaps even the beginning of a love story finally breaking into the light. But as the rumors swirled and the frenzy intensified, a larger question began to take shape. Was this truly just about a ring, at the tip of an iceberg hiding a deeper truth? If the speculation was correct, if Woo-seok and Hye-yoon were indeed more than colleagues, what had driven them to hide their relationship for so long, and what would happen if the truth finally came out? The nation, and indeed the world, waited breathlessly for answers. And that is where part 2 begins, peeling back the layers of speculation, exploring the deeper truths behind the mystery, asking whether love can ever truly remain hidden in a world that never stops watching. The storm that erupted after Byun Woo-seok's hidden ring moment at the K-World Dream Awards was only the beginning. What might have been dismissed as an inconsequential act turned into a cultural lightning rod, with every media outlet, fan forum, subcolumn scrambling to interpret its meaning. The question hung in the air like a riddle: was this simply a piece of jewelry, or a secret confession whispered in silence? And if it was the latter, was Kim Hye-yoon the reason behind it? As days turned into weeks, the theories grew increasingly elaborate. Fans on online communities constructed timelines of every interaction between Woo-seok and Hye-yoon, dating back to their days on the set of Lovely Runner. They pointed out how Woo-seok always seemed particularly attentive to her during filming, how his gaze lingered when she laughed. They often wore complimentary outfits at promotional events. Look at the way he hands her the water bottle, one viral post argued. That's not just acting, it's genuine care. Analyzed interviews, replaying moments where Hye-yoon blushed when his name was mentioned or Woo-seok stumbled over questions about ideal types. To believers, these were the breadcrumbs of a hidden romance. The ring theory became its own phenomenon. Some netizens claimed the ring was a couple accessory of a matching set, and that Woo-seok had hidden it deliberately to avoid fueling dating rumors during the awards show. Fans posted side-by-side comparisons of jewelry spotted on Hye-yoon in past Instagram updates, insisting the designs matched. Others went further, suggesting the ring was a gift commemorating the end of Lovely Runner, a symbol of something shared privately between them. Critics countered with logic, reminding the internet that stylists often provide accessories for events and that coincidences were being blown out of proportion. But in the heated climate of K-entertainment speculation, skepticism was drowned out by the intoxicating allure of possibility. Industry insiders added subtle fuel to the fire. A stylist familiar with Woo-seok's wardrobe confirmed anonymously that the actor had worn the same ring consistently off-camera for months, though they could not confirm its origin. A crew member from Lovely Runner described the pair as inseparable on set, noting how they often stayed behind after shoots to chat casually even when everyone else had left. Whether these accounts were exaggerated or not hardly mattered, the narrative had already taken hold in the public imagination. The impact on the entertainment industry was immediate. Advertisers and brands recalibrated their strategies, far from damaging Woo-seok's marketability. Speculation about his connection to Hye-yoon seemed to enhance it. Companies saw potential in the power couple image, and offers began to pour in for joint endorsements. Luxury fashion houses hinted at campaigns featuring both stars. Travel agencies pitched ideas of romantic getaway promotions, and skincare brands leaned into the chemistry glow concept. Once have been seen as scandal was now viewed as opportunity. But there were challenges too. The intense focus on their rumored romance threatened to overshadow their individual achievements. During a press junket for her latest film, Hye-yoon faced a barrage of questions not about her performance but about Woo-seok. Journalists pressed her relentlessly. "Are you dating? Was the ring connected to you?" She smiled politely, deflecting with professionalism. Strain was evident. Woo-seok, attending a fan meeting in Japan, asked outright by an audience member about the ring. His response, "Some things are better left personal," only deepened the mystery, fueling both excitement and frustration among fans. The cultural conversation broadened as commentators weighed in on the implications of the frenzy. In South Korea, where celebrity dating often remains taboo until exposed by paparazzi, Woo-seok's act of hiding a ring was interpreted as symbolic of the pressure stars face. "It is not about the ring itself," one cultural critic argued on a primetime panel show. "About the impossible expectations we place on celebrities to be perfect, single, and available. Simple gesture becomes politicized." Others countered that fans had every right to be curious, given how much celebrities benefit from their support and attention. The debate revealed deeper tensions within the entertainment ecosystem, between privacy and publicity, authenticity and image. While global outlets turned the story into a case study of K-drama fandom's power, the New York Times published a feature on how a single gesture could dominate headlines across continents, while BBC Asia highlighted the incident as evidence of the growing global reach of Korean entertainment culture. In Thailand, the Philippines, and Indonesia, where Lovely Runner had been wildly popular, fans organized online events celebrating the potential romance, trending hashtags like Woo-seok Hye-yoon forever. It became clear that the story was no longer just a Korean phenomenon, it was global. Then came the twist that intensified the saga further. A well-known entertainment reporter published an article suggesting that Woo-seok and Hye-yoon had been seen together privately at a small cafe in Seoul weeks before the K-World Dream Awards. The report included vague descriptions of their interaction, smiles, laughter, a hand brushing across the table. Photos accompanied the claim. This story sent shockwaves across social media. Agencies issued swift denials, dismissing it as a fabrication. But the public was not convinced. To many, the hidden ring combined with this new report was too coincidental to ignore. The frenzy reached a fever pitch when a popular variety show host teased the issue live on air, saying, "We all know about that ring." The studio audience erupted into laughter, and the host quickly changed the subject. But the damage was done. The suggestion that even industry insiders were aware of the connection pushed speculation to new heights. Soon, whispers turned into near certainty among fans. Byun Woo-seok and Kim Hye-yoon were more than just colleagues, they were something more. Amidst the chaos, what stood out most was the silence between the two stars. Neither issued a personal statement. Neither confirmed nor denied the rumors directly. Instead, they continued their professional commitments with grace, maintaining the same charm and charisma that had made them beloved in the first place. Yet, to those watching closely, their silence spoke louder than any denial. In the end, what began as a hidden ring had become something far larger, a cultural flashpoint that revealed not just the public's hunger for romance, but the fragile line celebrities walk between private lives and public images. Whether or not the ring truly pointed to Kim Hye-yoon may never be known for certain. But its impact was undeniable. It sparked conversations about privacy, love, and authenticity in the unforgiving glare of fame. The dust began to settle. One truth remained: sometimes the smallest gestures ignite the loudest conversations. Byun Woo-seok's hidden ring at the K-World Dream Awards may have lasted only seconds, but it opened a narrative that captivated millions. How we see not only him and Kim Hye-yoon, the entire landscape of K-entertainment. And perhaps that is the real mystery. Not whether the ring belonged to Kim Hye-yoon, but why we, as fans and audiences, so desperate for the answer. When Byun Woo-seok slipped a ring off his finger at the K-World Dream Awards, he could not have anticipated the scale of the storm it would unleash. The frenzy was instant. The theories relentless. Scrutiny unforgiving. But the true story of what followed was even more dramatic than the incident itself. It was a saga of secrecy, speculation, the thin line between fantasy and reality in the entertainment world. In the weeks after the awards, the ring became a symbol far larger than the object itself. Fans dubbed it the silent confession, imagining it as proof of a hidden romance with Kim Hye-yoon. Media outlets referred to it as the ring that shook K-drama nation. Every move Woo-seok made afterward was analyzed under a microscope. When he appeared at an airport days later without any jewelry at all, headlines screamed, "Is the ring gone for good?" When Hye-yoon was spotted in a candid fan photo wearing a delicate silver band, speculation soared that it was the same ring. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered about the toll it was taking. Woo-seok, known for his calm demeanor, reportedly confided in friends that the intensity of the spotlight was suffocating. Hye-yoon, already cautious about public scrutiny, struggled with a barrage of questions at film promotions. Yet neither lashed out nor broke their silence. Instead, they carried on, professional on the outside while weathering storms privately. The press, sensing blood in the water, doubled down. A tabloid ran an explosive piece claiming the two had been spotted leaving a restaurant together late at night. Though the article provided no photos, it sent social media into meltdown. Hashtags trended worldwide. Fan forums lit up with debates, and news anchors discussed it as if it were national policy. Their agencies denied it flatly. Damage was already done. In the eyes of many fans, denial only confirmed suspicion. What made the narrative so irresistible was the context of Lovely Runner. The drama had been a cultural juggernaut, its bittersweet romance etching itself into the hearts of viewers across Asia. The chemistry between Woo-seok and Hye-yoon had felt so authentic that fans had long hoped it would spill off-screen. The ring became the ultimate evidence. Between fantasy and reality. It blurred the lines, making the love story fans adored on television feel suddenly possible in real life. But as the weeks dragged on, the frenzy took on darker tones. Paparazzi stalked their neighborhoods, and strangers harassed friends and family for details. Rumors grew wilder. Some claimed the two were secretly engaged. Others insisted they had already broken up under the weight of pressure. The truth, as always, was far more complex than the noise. Rare moment of vulnerability. Woo-seok addressed the issue obliquely during a fan meeting. When asked about the ring, he paused, smiled faintly, and said, "Sometimes people see what they want to see. Some things are precious because they are unseen." The cryptic remark only fueled speculation further. But to attentive fans, it was clear, the ring was not meaningless. It carried weight, even if its story remained untold. Hye-yoon, too, showed glimpses of her struggle. During an interview for her new film, a journalist pushed her about the rumors. She laughed nervously and replied, "Rings are just rings, aren't they? What matters is the roles we play and the work we do." Yet her guarded tone suggested that beneath the surface, the question carried more weight than she admitted. The cultural impact of the saga became undeniable. Commentators noted how a single gesture had sparked a global conversation about celebrity privacy, love, and the parasocial bonds between stars and fans. National media highlighted the obsession as evidence of the power of K-drama fandoms. Academic circles even began dissecting the incident in discussions of modern celebrity culture. citing it as an example of how symbols, like a hidden ring, can become vessels for collective imagination. And then, just when the speculation threatened to fade, a twist reignited it. At a fashion event months later, Woo-seok appeared wearing the very same ring fans believed he had hidden. Cameras zoomed in, headlines erupted, and the internet exploded once again. Why bring the ring back now? Was it defiance, confession, or coincidence? To fans, it felt like the story had come full circle. By then, the frenzy had transformed into something else entirely. It was no longer just about whether Woo-seok and Hye-yoon were together. It had become a symbol of the audience's own longing for romance, for authenticity, for proof that love could survive in an industry built on illusions. The ring was not just jewelry. It was a mirror reflecting the desires of millions. The grand scheme, whether or not Byun Woo-seok and Kim Hye-yoon were romantically linked may never be confirmed. But the storm proved something profound, that even the smallest gesture in the entertainment world carries extraordinary power. A hidden ring became a global story, uniting fans, fueling debates, and forever linking to rising stars in the cultural imagination. As the dust settled, one truth remained undeniable. Sometimes, the loudest stories are born not from grand declarations, from quiet gestures. And sometimes, love, real or imagined, needs no confirmation to leave an indelible mark. The ring may have been hidden. Its impact will never be forgotten. In the end, the story of Byun Woo-seok's hidden ring at the K-World Dream Awards was never just about jewelry. It was about the way a single gesture, simple and fleeting, could spark a storm of speculation, inspire countless theories, and capture the imagination of millions. Whether or not Kim Hye-yoon was truly the mystery behind it, the truth is that both stars reminded us of something essential, that behind the glamour, fame, and blinding spotlight, moments of humanity that resonate far beyond the stage may have been hidden, but its impact was impossible to conceal. It reshaped conversations about privacy, romance, and authenticity in Korean entertainment. It became a symbol not only of curiosity but of hope, a reminder that love, whether real or imagined, continues to be the most powerful headline of all. To our readers across the world, Red Carpet Revealed extends our heartfelt gratitude. Thank you for following this journey through whispers, storms, and revelations. Thank you for reading not just with your eyes, but with your hearts. In every rumor, every theory, and every headline, you remind us why stories matter, because they bring us together, ignite our imaginations, and leave us searching for truths that are often as mysterious as they are beautiful. So, as the lights fade and the stage grows quiet, one lesson lingers: sometimes the smallest actions carry the loudest echoes. And sometimes, a hidden ring tells us more about ourselves than it does about the stars we watch.